Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. In this video I'll be showing you how to make a wood texture out of fondant. If you have like a jungle themed cake or anything that has to do with woods, you can cut this shape and if you want and make it as a logo or a sign to put the happy birthday or anything on the actual wood itself out of fondant. So let me take you over what we're gonna need so we can do this wood textured fondant. Guys, now the stuff you're gonna need is basically a rolling pin, some parchment or wax paper here, and this is the brown food coloring, but this is a gel food coloring. It has to be a gel food coloring. Here you want to use either white fondant, but now I have here some flesh tone fondant, but that doesn't like affect the look, so I'm gonna use this instead of reopening another package of fondant. I'm just gonna use the pre-colored one, which doesn't matter. Like unless it's like a very dark color, it wouldn't matter to use a colored fondant. Here we've got a normal brush. I've got a lid here to mix the colors with. Yeah, I've got the fondant / gum paste tools. These are found in many cake supply stores or online. We've got some vodka. This will evaporate and this will not leave any flavor. And if you don't want to use this, you can use the lemon extract. And here we've got some cornstarch. Let's get started. Hey guys, now this, what I'm gonna make today is gonna look as a sign out of like woods as you see in the zoos and stuff. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is just open up this fondant. I said flesh tone, white, doesn't matter. Here, just this piece, and I'm gonna knead it till it's softened up and you get rid of all the cracks in your fondant. Just like this. If it's sticking to your hands, you can use just the little help of cornstarch. You can also use powdered sugar, icing sugar, Tinex sugar, whatever you call it in your country. It's all the sugar, the same kind of sugar. That's called in different things in each country. Okay, so here, as you can see, we're getting rid of all the cracks. Now let's start by rolling this fondant. So I've got my piece of fondant here on the lightly powdered surface. Now I'm gonna roll it using my rolling pin. You don't want to go too thin with this look, because you want the sign to stand up, otherwise it's gonna just fall over. Even if it dries out, it's gonna like crack and stuff, because it's not gonna be sturdy enough to hold itself. Okay, so this thickness is good, as you can see. Okay, now what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna take my X-Acto knife. You can use a regular knife, or you can also use the pizza wheel. Okay, so I'm gonna cut it just like this in a triangle shape. Okay, now as you can see, we've got it here ready, and I'm just gonna cover this. Okay, so what you're gonna use right now is either the back of your X-Acto knife or any of these following tools. You can use this one, that's the gum paste tools. These are specialty tools for gum paste flour makings, but I will also use it for this. So you can use this tool or this one that rolls, or the back of this. Now I'm gonna use the three just to show you that they all give the same results. So what we're gonna do right now, as you see, the wood is textured just like this in a random motion. So what you're gonna do is either take this and go like that. Don't want to push too hard, because you don't want to slice the font. You just want it to give it the look. Otherwise you're gonna use this. Just go randomly, just like that, and the texture will appear when we paint this fondant. Okay, so just like this, or the back of your X-Acto knife, because the front is too sharp and it's gonna slice it, so the back is less sharp to cut it. So I'm gonna use it this way, and keep on going on random motions. It doesn't have to be anything specific. Just like this, go rolling, just like that. Other tools. Okay guys, once we have made the textures on top of the fondant, just using the random motions, it still does not look like a piece of wood yet. Now what we're gonna do is take the X-Acto knife. As said, you can use a regular knife or anything. And now we're just gonna trim like pieces out of it. as it's just like an old piece of wood that you found, like this. As said, this like look doesn't require anything professional, just like random strikes, just like this, to make it more of a wood look. Like that. Go on the other side as well. Very easy. Like this. And take the pieces off. You can go bigger. I'm sorry, I'm hiding the camera. Okay. Just like this. As you can see, it's kind of looking more just a bit like a wood look. You can also give it some here if you want to. I usually go the two sides only, but it doesn't matter. You can also go on the top as well. Okay, now that we've got this, we're gonna now paint it. You guys, now we're gonna start by coloring this. So I'm gonna take the brown food coloring, the gel food coloring, just using a brush, just a little amount, just like this, and dab it here on my lid, or anything plastic or anything you want to use. It doesn't have also to be plastic, but that's easier because it's disposable and I can throw it away. Okay, so just like this. Now to thin it down to be the paint consistency, I'm just gonna use just like a dot on the lid of vodka, even less than this, and add it. You can always add more, but start with just a little amount and mix it just like this using the brush. It's gonna turn more of a paint consistency. As you can see, it's a bit more of a paint consistency. Okay, now onto painting the actual fondant piece so it looks a lot more realistic and a lot more of a wood look. Okay, so now we're gonna color it. Yeah, so basically the way to color this is just to dab your brush just like this in here and go in full strikes just like this. 1, 2, just like this. As you would paint regular wood. Go on and dab just like that. Keep on going. You can add much more layers or less depending how you want it to look like. That's basically what we're gonna do. Just go this way. As you can see, add more. Paint the sides as well. Also dab it just like this. Then go. So that's basically it. Now when this dries out, it has to dry for at least 1 day depending on where you live. It may take more than 2 days or even 3 days till this dries out, and this can stand on whatever you want, on a cake or a cupcake or whatever you want, and the texture will be much better than this. The vodka will evaporate and it will be dry, and then you can touch it. Also you can put it like hang it on a cake just like this and add like a happy birthday here or the name of the person, anything you want. I hope you enjoyed watching this video.